Good afternoon everyone and welcome to the 7th round of the FRL Division 1 Championship. We have started a little bit later than usual. We have 2 minutes to go in this qualifying session. And currently we have got our championship leader, the Temi, on pole position by 2/10 as Andy just improves to 2nd place. In 3rd place we've got Corporal almost half a second back with Harpen, very close, also quite far up the order right now in 4th place, and it's all looking pretty tight from up to down the field. Okay, so qualifying is now over. The Temi has finished his final lap and so has Andy. So they are not going to gain any more positions. The Temi looking like he's going to secure pole position for today's race.
Hey Wesley, can you hear clearer?
Yes.
I switched to headphones, so...
Okay,
yeah.
nice. Okay, so everyone is now crossing the line. It looks like Andy is going to secure pole position for this round. We're waiting for critical on the 2 cross cars to cross the line. As Lego is about to cross the line now, he does not improve. Does critical improve?
So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I can't hear you right now. Meanwhile, lights have gone out and away we go. There's a small trick you can do around this track where you can slightly tap the wall on the right in the braking zone
Wesley,
and then
can
brake a
you
little bit
hear me now?
faster. Some drivers don't really like that strategy, I can understand that, but it is available for everyone to do, so... Yeah, I can hear you.
Alright, so the Temi with the lead, with Hartman going to be in the slipstream of the Temi. Now the straight is quite long, so it's gonna be slipstream galore, and Corporal just lagging his way, and Daka might be in the lead as well. So huge lag as we go to sector 3. Look at the amount of cars going into the corner. So it's a huge slipstream below going to sector 3.
Yeah, so now that Temi is barely leading, starting the second lap now. He's exchanging position with Tailfire, with Corporal and Hartman. They are all fighting up there for the lead of this race. It's now Tailfire, Hartman and Temi fighting it out for the lead of the race. Those two are pretty much inseparable after the first lap. Meanwhile, everyone's still pretty close. Top 10 is pretty much within 2 seconds of each other, so very close stuff still after the opening lap of this race. Unfortunately, Critical Noob seems to be falling back a little bit in the early stage of the race. I hope he can recover from that.
So let's see what the season 1 champion can do. Is he gonna go down the inside? And and Harmon goes into the lead. That was a very good move from the season 1 champion. So as we come down to the straight for the second time this race, so let's see who's gonna be taking the lead going to sector 3. So it's, as I say, it's a very long straight. It's gonna be slipstream galore. And Temi is the lead. Oh no, the
Look at this cluster of cars, by the way. There's like 6 cars all fighting for the win.
This is like what do you call it? A Moto 3 race in MotoGP. So pretty close battle for the lead within the top 6. So it's gonna be quite interesting.
This is all very close stuff between 5 cars right now, duking it out for the lead still. Wonderful how long this is going to keep up. New Jersey is a pretty popular track around here, as a Lego fan has retired from the race. Not sure what happened to him, unfortunately.
Which quit? Not sure.
I'm not sure. He wasn't last. He was like around 9th place. I think he was battling with Balto before he disconnected. So I'm going to assume he disconnected. Not too sure. But as I was about to say, New Jersey is a very popular track among the drivers. So everyone seems to be quite competitive around it. So
look at that.
Yeah, it's all very close still. Just after
exactly 0 seconds going before going to sector 3. That's a thing that I wouldn't see in any race. It's kind of it's kind of unusual.
Yeah, those guys are inseparable on track right now. So they're all going through the chicanes. Hartman does seem to come out of top for now. Who corner cut?
The Temi did a corner cut. He's dropped
Temi
down
is
to
now
7th.
One mistake, and that's 6 positions. He's now down to 7th. Let's see if he can recover from that. He's very much going to get slipstream. He has plenty of cars to choose from whom to get slipstream. A very exciting race so far, and
I think in the
yeah,
later
we've got
stages.
7 cars. We've got 7 cars within 2 seconds after 3 laps of racing. That's how close it is in this particular division. This is the top flight of the FRL League. These are one of the best drivers in the Formula ROBLOX game, and yeah, it's great to see how this goes. As Tailfire made a huge mistake. He went wide, going through the left-hander, and now he has fallen all the way down to 7th. He was fighting for the lead a moment ago.
So now it's gonna be a huge slipstream galore going into the straights once more. So who's gonna be taking the lead going to sector 3? Having a little bit of a lag. So they're basically slipstreaming each other. So going to sector 3, who's gonna be taking the lead? Hartman is still in the lead. But on my screen, Corporal has taken the lead of the race. Yes, he did take the lead of the race. Mohammed's gonna fight back and going into the very tight corners. To the end of lap 4, who's gonna be in the lead? It is
Corporal barely, with Hartman pretty much side by side. They looked what's closer than 1/10, but yeah, very close between those two guys still. It looks like some people are starting to make mistakes here and there, as the gap seems to, from B1 to B7 is now 3 seconds instead of 2 seconds. So the cars are slowly starting to spread out after a very hectic opening couple of laps. And Corporal now seems to be in the lead of the race, and his teammate is in 3rd as well. So both Super Guri cars.
I think the Temi made a mistake.
He's now battling it out with ND and Tailfire for 5th place in this race. They're still very much there. There's still a slipstream train going from 1st all the way down to 10th place.
So the top 3 quite close. Harman,
Yes,
can
both,
he...
both Superior cars now ahead of
Oh,
Oh
Harman's got to
no!
go.
Oh, he
Harman
had to go. That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
dear.
He was really looking like the Season 1 champion would finally have a strong race where he could potentially fight for the win, but unfortunately it was not meant to be.
So, it's very heartbreaking. So, the Pedo Californian Pizzeria racing team will not score any points in Server is not here. Oh dear, what
Oh dear.
second half of the season it's been for the team. It's
Yeah, they had just been demoted to 2nd place in team standing. They were leading until halfway through the season, but unfortunately, lack of active drivers. Of course, a huge blow to the team was obviously Sever being unable to attend the races. Who won? It was very competitive at the start of the season. He won the first 2 races, in fact, of this season. So him going and Hartman seemingly not having. He's yet to score a podium in this season. Actually, looking at the standings now. So for Hartman to have frequent lag or disconnections and for Hartman to disconnect quite often and for Sever to be gone, so they have to look for a reserve driver every time. It's really hard to find drivers for Division 1, seeing how how competitive this division is, this championship is. It's a very competitive grid, it's a very high level, so very few people can compete on this level. And right now we've got a Super Aguri 1-2 with Dakar in the Biblical Scenes racing car, the team that has basically just inherited the championship lead in the constructors last round. We've got their lead man Dakar in 3rd place with his teammate Andy in 5th place. Now I'm curious to see how Super Aguri is doing in the standings. They are 32 points behind Biblical Racing, and they are sitting in 4th place in the standings right now. It's all to play for still, and if they can secure a result like this, they are maybe going to overtake generic team name 2, who are sitting in 3rd place right now. That would be the team of the Temi and Poltermaker.
So Pedo California Pizzeria, the team has got another big fat 0 in the constructors. So let's hope that the next race they'll be able to attend and score as many points as they can. So I think Dakar has just gotten past the Allied Egg. So that's another position made by Dakar.
You know what I'm curious to see, the cross guys have been complaining about the car being quite slow. I wish I had a speedometer meter here so I can see what their top speed was compared to other guys, but they have been complaining about having a slow car this round. Not sure what's going on there, but it's going to be investigated after the race.
So it is gonna be possibly a battle for the lead between Biblical Scenes Racing and Super Guri. It's gonna be quite interesting to see as I think Dakar has just closed up the gap to Coral, so he could possibly be taking the lead. I think by just out of sector 3 if he gets a huge slipstream.
I'm actually going to check right now what has happened to the cross car. I'm going to check this right now because I want to know. Did it get a nerf of some kind? I'm not too sure. It shouldn't have. It should still be a strong car. It should have been buffed. Looking at the equal cars stats, of course. I'm going to check out now.
Recently nerfed. I mean, the RCM got the RCM got recently nerfed. I think Dakar is challenging Corporal for the lead. Is he gonna make the move stick? And
he's passed.
yes, he does make the move stick. And what's happened to Andy? Oh, Andy's in, so he's possibly gonna be doing the undercut. So as we speak, and the Hellenic is gonna be challenging his teammate for the second position. And look at Corporal trying to fight back for the lead. And the Hellenic is gonna try to overtake the Biblical Scenes racing car. And this he Daka's lagging a little on my screen, so and I think Daka just taken back the lead. But I think the Hellenic he's trying to go around the outside, but I don't think it will be enough. But I think as we go on to the very, very long straight before Sector 3, it looks like Daka's gonna have a huge slipstream. And the Atlantic 8 can take the lead at Sector 3. And I think he just did, or barely. Does he do it? And yes, he does. What a move by the Atlantic 8 going to the lead, but Corporal just taken back the lead of the race. So yeah, pretty good race here between the two Super Aguris and the Biblical Scenes racer Dakar. So as we approach the pit window for the two stoppers, who is going to be in? So all we really know is that Andy is in, and Paul Maker, the season 1 Division 2 champion, and Gareth just made a pit stop. So who's going to be coming out first? It looks like it's Gareth jumping in for the pit stop. Oh, it's very close. So the Temi is going to be coming out. So the Temi is going to be in front. The championship leader not doing too well. It's kind of far from where he expected. So the Atlantic Air just taking the lead. While I was off looking at the battle between generic team name O2 and Super Avanti Racing. Looks like Dakar has just taken the lead he's just taken the back. And now as we come into the very, very tight hairpin at New Jersey, who's going to be taking the lead? Looks like Dakar still holds on to the lead, but DLN 8 is going to have a huge amount of slipstream, which makes the car go at least 20 kilometers per hour faster. But look at Corporal, he's going to get a slipstream from both cars and possibly into the lead of the race. Does he do it? No, he only overtakes his teammate, and Corporal has overtaken both cars now. So it is quite a close race between these three. Let's see what So and then I think the LNA has gone in for pick at lap 12. So it's gonna be a battle for the lead. And Corporal, wow, what a move by him. So he's trying to get. So he's gonna try and play defensive to break the slipstream from Corporal Pigo. And I think Dakar just taken back the lead on my screen. So I mean, on Darker's screen, he's gonna be in front, but I think and Corporal is gonna be in front on his screen. So yeah, let's see what he can do. Yeah, now let's take a look on board with the championship leader, the Tammy doing in 5th place. So now the only battle is going on is for the lead, where 6 cars are battling for the lead until there was some retirements and Harman has had to leave for something possibly important. So yeah, it's from a 6 car battle for the lead, and it dissolves to a battle for the lead and to a 2 car battle. So that just shows how much the race can evolve in the sense that it dissolves. So the airline X should be making up places because the other car tires are because the car tires are quite new, and the I don't think Dodge will be contesting Dodge for 6th place because I don't think it would be worthy. But I think he's trying to defend quite well since the airline is on fresher tires than Dodge. The lead's still going on between Corporal and Dhaka. What more can we see from these two? So the Atlantic Egg is gonna get slipstream from Doge and should be and the Atlantic Egg take and Tailfire just got the slipstream from the Atlantic Egg and he's dropped a position. So I don't think it is 3 cars going to the same corner. So now it is a battle for 6th place. So I mean, it will be worthy if it's worth more points, but I don't think it will be. And Critical Move has stopped, so they'll be moving up 1 position each. So let's see who's gonna be taking 5th, going to the first corner. And I think the Tammy might just made a mistake. I was couldn't see because I was focused on the battle for 5th place, and the Atlantic Egg is just trying to battle his way through the field to get back into the race winning contention. So now there are officially 2 battles going on, and it's one is for the lead and one's for 5th place, and I think Atlantic has gotten 5th place as on the leaderboards. As the leaderboard says, but I think on my screen, Doge is in front. So, I think Terrifier just gotten past both of them. So, it's gonna be a very tight battle for 5th place, and who's gonna get the? And like it's slightly lagging, so it's gonna be a slipstream on the main straight. Corporal Enda has finally made a pit stop. So, and I think Dhaka has just gotten the advantage over Pigo. So I think the strategy might have just worked better for Dhaka instead of Corporal Pigo. I think. So, I think Dhaka is slightly lagging. So, Dhaka just making quick work of the Division 2 champion in Season 1. So, Corporal, that was a bit of a strategy fail if I predict. So Andy inherits the lead of the race, so things are shaking out quite a lot in this race. So Andy is the effective race leader, and the Temi is in second, trying to
I've been doing some
chase
stuff.
him down.
I've been doing some stuff in the background, and I think I should briefly address this on the stream. Basically, I have checked the stat of the crosscar, and I have found that it accidentally got a nerf instead of a small buff. So what
Oh
has
dear.
happened is that I mixed up the Y-Tech and the crosscar. I can.
Oh dear, Wesley.
Yeah, basically,
Um,
yeah, I can explain why, but I'm not going to do that. Why I mixed them up, but basically what has happened is the Y-Tech was meant to get a
slight nerf.
a
And
nerf, and the cross was meant to get
Crosscar.
a small buff. But the problem is the Y-Tech in the end got a small buff. So that meant, yes, that this morning that the Spectre cars were quicker than they were meant to be. But the result will stand, to make it clear, and the race will just go ahead as planned. This will be fixed for the European Cup later today, by the way. But yeah, the Y-Tech was faster than it was supposed to be, and the cross now is slower than it's supposed to be. But that
Yeah,
will be
so
fixed from next event onwards. But yeah,
So
apologies to the cross drivers for getting screwed over effectively by this update, looking at critical in 10th place. And yeah, it's a bit sloppy on my end to mix the two cars up. I did some testing. I thought that it was good, but apparently not. So yeah, but now it will be fixed.
yeah, mistakes are always going to be made. So I think it would be it's just bad luck for critical nuclear today. He's just you feel for just got feel for across auto sport team. Then it's yeah. It looks like the battle's still going on between the Atlantic Egg, Doge, and Tailfire, so they're catching up to Tatemi, so it could be a possible battle for second place, so it's gonna be quite interesting. The championship leader, he could get overtaken by those three cars if he...
It's a whole train
Unless...
behind him.
Yeah, a whole train. So he's gonna... So it gotta get the slipstream from... Oh, he tried to get past the Atlantic Egg, but I don't think it actually worked. And the Atlantic Egg has gone past the Tammy, the championship leader. So as it stands, Andy might be taking the lead of this championship. If my calculations are wrong, then correct me, Wesley.
Yes, I think they are correct. I can double check, but yeah, it's going to, Demi's in second right now. Andy is 5 points behind, so as things stand, Andy is going to close that gap. It's very close between the Temi, Sever, and Andy in the championship. There's only 5 points between those three guys, and yeah, it's all up for grabs. Whoever gets the best result out of today and in the next couple of races, because after this race we'll have 3 more rounds. So yeah, this championship is very much open for any of those 3 dives to take, and maybe 4th place as well. Darkar is 16 points behind the Temi, and while Darkar is in 4th place, so he's still within a shout. But yeah, the championship is very close right now, indeed.
So, based on qualifying, the Temi is going to be getting 2 points, or Andy is gonna get a singular point. So the virtual championship is that Andy could possibly be taking the lead of this championship by a few points, if my math Correct. So yes, Andy will be taking the lead by at least a single point. So he's gonna be jumping Silver and the Temi for the championship lead. So the top three are making their pit stop. Who is going to be coming out first is going to be matter who enters the pit box perfectly, so they won't take a slight delay. Oh, Tailfire just missed the pit box. It's gonna
no.
cost him a little bit of time. So Corporal has just is now 1.1 seconds, so I think it's now where we won before the second round pit stop. So yeah, not too bad performance from Oh, I think Corporal might just done a corner cut or something. No, he did not. So it was probably my screen that said that Corporal has done a corner cut. So, oh, I think that's a battle for lead once more between Corporal and Darker. So,
Yes, Corporal
Corporal
has
is
closed the gap to Dakar, and now he is looking to get past Dakar on the straight. He's too close to get Slipstream because Corporal's probably ahead on his screen. They are going side by side right now.
So now as we come to the second half of the third sector, who's going to be taking the lead, and it's going to be Daka who hold on to the lead for now. So now nothing happens back in the server, so I'm not sure why he left. So the battle for the lead is gonna be Quite close. And Corporal has just done pretty good move on Daka, so he's gonna try to be breaking the slipstream away from Daka, cause yeah, I think he just slightly broke the slipstream. Sorry. So now as we come into the second half of the sector, Corporal has taken the lead from Dhaka, and so we are going to look at the virtual championship leader, Andy, who has just recently changed his name, which is kind of yeah. So the Atlantic Egg doing quite well in fourth place, so he's only got a few laps to catch up to Andy to if he wants to get the podium. So it looks like Dhaka and Corporal Pigo are still fighting it out for the lead, so it's going to be a very, very tight battle, possibly when you go to the end of the race. And who's going to be? Oh, Dhaka tried to go around the outside, and then he's going to be taking the inside line, but obviously, the cars are non-collision, so he's possibly going to be gonna go through. And no, Corporal has just Corporal is in front of my screen, so he is yeah, and Dhaka has taken the lead from Corporal Pigo, so who is going to take the lead into, and Dhaka still holds the lead as I had a very massive lag spike, and Doge has just overtaken the Atlantic 8. What's happening? And the time he I think gonna try and get past him. So what is happening to Atlantic 8 right now? So he possibly made a mistake going to the first sector. He probably did a corner cut. So I guess he's gonna be trying to fight back for the position. So now I'm back, as I had to do something quite important in the background. So let's see how this race is going to unfold. So, oh, I think I just saw someone wide, and it's Doge that went extremely wide and has lost 2 positions. So it's going to be
Meanwhile, it looks like Andy is catching up again.
and he's catching up again. So, oh, Corporal Pigo. Oh, I think Corporal might just. Oh wait, no, Corporal's fighting for the lead. I thought that was Andy who was who caught up to him. But he's obviously catching up. He's really 2.5 seconds 0.5 seconds behind Corporal, and
Oh,
the
that's a wall
Darker
tap
just.
from Corporal, and that allows Darkar to
Oh.
get back past. And meanwhile, there's Andy in the background. He's slowly catching up. The gap is now 2 seconds, 2.4, as he may have just made a small mistake. But yeah, it's going to be very close in the closing stage of this race. There's 3 laps to go in this race, and we've got 3 drivers here contending for the win. We've got Darkar in the lead
Then go
of
Corporal
Biblical
and
Scenes Racing, and we have got Corporal in the Super Aguri, and we've got Andy in 3rd place, who's also just thereabouts. So if Andy can put in some good laps, and if Corporal and Dark are get in each other's way too much, then this could be a very nice battle on the final lap. We'll see. Only time will tell. Meanwhile, having a look further down the order, are there any other battles? There's Critical Noob in 8th place. I am pretty sure he's on the 1 stop right now, and he's going to try to hang on to 1 point in this race. He's got pressure from Gareth though, who is just a little bit behind, as Darkar and Corporal are inseparable right now. Darker now gets ahead briefly, so there's still that battle going on for the lead. Meanwhile, let's have a look at this. Critical's definitely on all the tires. He is struggling. And of course, having a little bit of a worse car right now. Again, sorry.
And the Tammy and Helen are just going to be battling out for 4th. So it's going to be an interesting battle between these two.
Oh, Corporal seems to have a small breakaway now from Darkar, and now Andy is within striking range of Darkar, of his teammate, so it's going to be very close. And meanwhile, we've got ourselves another battle for 4th place right now between the Hellenic Egg and the Temi.
And I think Darkar might just did Darkar just made a mistake, because I was focused on the battle for oh, the Tammy's gone wide. The Tammy's gone wide.
Ooh, that's a big mistake from the Temi, and that's going to put him under pressure now from Doge in 6th place. So yeah, 1 mistake and you're under pressure from the next guy. That's how close it is. And we can also see Tilfire not too far behind as well.
And it looks like Andy might be. Oh, I think Darkar just gonna try and challenge Corporal once more.
Yes, call back up to Corporal. This is going to be very interesting coming on the final lap. And he's not that far behind either. Let's have let's focus for the battle for the lead right now. We've got Corporal, and then 5 tenths behind we've got Darkar, and then another 7 tenths behind we've got Andy in 3rd place. Very close stuff, as we are soon going to be on the final lap of the race. Darkar getting a good run after the final corner, overtaking Corporal on the straight right now.
But look at Andy.
Andy is also right there. Now he is with the 2 guys, and now they are exchanged positions. And Andy is right behind Corporal and his teammate, as Andy is now fighting with Corporal for 2nd place. And now they're going 3 wide, going over the bridge towards the end of Sector 1. And it's a 3-way battle for the lead, for the win in this top flight. On the final lap of this race is going to be very interesting.
But
so
can
Darkar keeping it very tight. There's Corporal falling a little bit back. It's going to be a battle between 2 teammates and 1 Super Aguri in the name of Corporal, who is really trying to get his first win. Yeah, Corporal got 2nd place in the previous round. Now he's looking to take a win. Meanwhile, the 2 guys we are watching right now have both Darkar has yet to win a race this season actually. And we've got Andy, who has won 2 races. So we've got 2 guys fighting it out to try to get a first win, and we've got Andy. So very close off, and that's a mistake from Darkar, and that's surely going to cost him the win. And Andy seems to have a small advantage right now as they are in the final sector. Corporal hits a wall that allows Darkar to go back past into 2nd place. Looks like Andy has secured the win right now. Only a few more corners to negotiate. Andy going around the final corner of this race, and he is going to win on the final lap, going from 3rd to 1st. He is going to win the round 7 of the FRL Championship, and it's Darkar who makes the 1-2 for Biblical Scenes Racing, and Corporal and the Hellenic Egg making it a 3-4 for the Super Aguri team. Tilfire comes home in 2nd, Temi in 5th, Doge in 6th, Gareth is going to come home in 8th place. All pretty close to each other after so many laps. Unfortunately, critical after experiencing an annoying issue, which again, my fault, is going to come home in 9th place, and then Poltermaker completes the top 10. Wow, what a race!
There was honestly, that was a very great battle between Darker and Corporal, but I think Indy I just got the bigger advantage coming to the final lap of the race. So Andy and Darker just will be getting away with a 1-2. Well, we didn't obviously expect Andy to be winning the race, but yeah, it's kind of incredible.
So yeah, that was a really eventful Division 1 race. Thank you everyone for watching this race. I'm going to head off now. And we'll see you next week. Next week we'll be racing at Pacama for the second time this season, as one of the 2 tracks that will appear for a second time on the calendar. So next week we'll be heading off to Pacama. Tonight there will be a European Cup race, but I don't think that's going to be streamed unless certain circumstances happen, but don't count on that. Anyway, thank you for watching today's race. Have a nice day, have a nice Sunday everyone, and see you later. Goodbye.